EPCOT's International Food and Wine Festival has officially begun here at EPCOT over the weekend. So with that being said, we are over here for our first taste of the Food and Wine Festival. So very important, we picked up our passports, we looked at the things, now it's time to try some food. So make sure you hang out with us. If you haven't done so, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and comment down below. Have you been to this year's Food and Wine Festival yet? So it is very important though that when you come into the EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival that you go ahead and grab yourself a passport. This is going to have all of your information from Eat to the Beat concert series. They do have allergy friendly menus this year as well, and also talks about all the different merchandise and different places and the type of merchandise they've got. But the biggest thing is you got your menus for all around the world showcase. So like I said, because it's being our first taste, we're going to try a few things. We're going to try to look at all of the menus, look at all the look at all the booths, merchandise, and anything else, and see what we like here today for our first trip to International Food and Wine Festival. First stop is going to be into the Pin Traders / Camera Center to find out what new pins they've got for this for the Food and Wine Festival. So then they've got their Food and Wine Festival pins. So you got your Figment right there, which I do love the fact that Figment's still involved. Got Mickey, you got Minnie, you even got Remy, who's almost kind of like the icon for this one this year. Then they do have a mystery box set, so maybe you'll get a couple of those and maybe do a giveaway if you guys are interested. Then they got a couple more of the International Food and Wine Festival ones. So it's time to eat, and then Muppet Lab. So an interesting thing is that we saw the pin that said Muppet Lab. Well, over in the Odyssey building, they had a cute picture point with labs from the Muppets, but apparently it only lasted a day, because within that day, kids were running around, things got torn off it, to the point that Disney actually pulled it already, and what it sounds like it is still not there. So we will go check the Odyssey building as well, see if that is no longer there. It kind of shows you when you get something nice, other people ruin it for others, and unfortunately that's the case. And the fact that it was the Muppets Lab, kind of annoying, because Disney's been trying to use the Muppets more and more, and it got ruined in literally one day. Found the funniest name for a dish at Disney. At the Brewing Labs at the Odyssey, they have something called the unnecessarily spicy yet extremely tasty Carolina Reaper pepper curry wings. That might be the funniest thing ever. Ooh, what is that? Peanut butter and jelly sticky wings. Ooh, Flavors from Fire is back too. Ooh, there's so much good stuff this year. I don't know how we're gonna fit it all in for this trip. All right, time to make a quick stop into the Creation Shop to see what kind of merch they got for Food and Wine this year. Look how cute this Loungefly is for the Food and Wine Festival. I do love Figment at the very front with cooking, a little picnic in it. I do love all the countries represented on the back. Does it say it? Yep, it does. It says International Food and Wine Festival 2024. Okay, they've got some of the merchandise out, and they've got this really cute Muppet Lab. Kind of wish it was a Frocket. It's embroidered. Yeah. Oh, that means it'll last a lot longer. Oh, look at that. Bunsen Beaker. This is actually really cute. I really like this a lot. How much is this? How much do you cost? They hide the price tag so you can't find out. No, you put it on there. Probably like $35 for that. Ooh, look at the wine glass. Almost looks like a beaker. It says Muppet Labs on it. International Food and Wine Festival, and that is $15. So then they've got the pass holder exclusive cups they've got. It says International Food and Wine Festival pass holder. It says a little pass holder, and I think because that's the back side of it, that's the front side of it. And $30. Okay, $30. And these are like actual glass. And then they also got a very nice little ball cap with a patch style. So this actually, they put some really good effort into the quality of the merchandise this year, and this is really cute. Look at the really cute button-down shirt they've got. It's a lot of purple, a lot of weird colors to it, but I really like it. Kind of catches your eye a little bit. But I do, it says Imagine Delicious, Figment, in different countries as well represented. Usually these run for $65, so $65 for that. So about the same cost as what you would get for a Roosevelt shirt. And of course, you got your Spirit jersey. Always got to have the Spirit jersey. The Spirit jersey feels a lot lighter than it normally does. Not a bad thing because how hot it is here, but I love this because it's like raised and everything, so it like makes it last a little longer. Ooh, and I do love the front. It's a little clumped together, so it looks a little funky, but nothing horrible. So $80 for that. And of course, it's always right next to where they have all the extra lounge flies. Ooh, it looks like they've got a specialty oh yeah, looks like a lunch pack. It's even insulated as well. It says International Food and Wine Festival. I just don't like the dates on things because like you can only use it that year or like, but like it's also the same time it's like cool like, oh, I went that year. $15 for that. And here are your Loungefly mini ears that are for the International Food and Wine Festival. Really, I do love that they put the EPCOT logo thing right there. Figment on the side. Once again, you can see it says Loungefly on the side. I think $45 for these. Okay, I really like this year's Corksicle. Like, it actually feels really good. Like, it's not like a sticker. It's almost like they got like an emblem on it and everything. Sponsored by Corksicle, but I love, as I was telling Kayla, I like these because they have the little handle on the top. And these are sipper versions, so you can have the sipper come up like that. I'm going to take a quick little gander at it as it goes around. It's going to be $45 for this. And I might actually get this. It's actually really stinking cute. I don't know why. I'm really obsessed with the little square design this year. Okay, let's be real. This cutting board is adorable. And I do love the fact that it actually is like laser cut. It's not just a sticker on it. So after a couple of washes, it wears out. It's actually like deep cuts. And it's got the little grooves. So if you're like cutting meat or anything on it, it actually catches all the juices so that it doesn't just go all over your counter. $30 for that. And if you are interested in doing Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak the scavenger hunt game, it is $10 this year, but these are the bowls that you could possibly get with it. So, really cool. And so you can essentially buy these anywhere. A lot of people like to buy them at the very front, but you can see it where it goes all around, so all the different food places and everything, so it kind of makes you have to look at all of that. And Kayla really liked this hat a lot. It's actually really cute. It looks like the EPCOT ball, but it looks like there's one of the pegs or like the stands. It looks like it's made out of cheese. Looks like I took a little bite out of it. And then your generic EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival shirt for this year. And here's what the back looks like. And it's actually I really like the logo for this year. This logo is actually adorable. I don't know why this logo is not out at the front. Like, this would be a really cool logo to have. So then you got your ceramic measuring cups. So they have a fourth of a cup, a third, half, and a cup. And they're like actually ceramics, like real hefty duty. And it's gonna be... It's gonna be $30 for those. So Flavors of Fire is where they've got a couple of really good things I really want to try. They've got the Steakhouse Blended Burger. They also have an Impossible Montreal Style Burger Slider. Smoked corned beef. This has been here, I think, almost every year that the festival has gone on. But what's pretty cool is on the other side, they do show you the Emil's Fromage Montage. So you get any of the 5, and then make sure you get the matching stamp. And when you do, you get a completer treat unique to the festival. So, the grilled cheese steak is back from Greece. That was really weird last year. So we ended up getting the blended burger, the Smokehouse Blended Burger, which we've already cut into 4s, and got the smoked corned beef hash, which I think we've gotten this in the past a couple times, and I always find this always very good every time. Alright. Kind of see, got a very oozy, cheesy goodness, which perfect for that, so. That's actually really good. The burger's a little dry, but like the cheese is very good on it. Like, it's very gooey.
There's some cheese here, Kendall.
And then got the corned beef hash. Like I said, this is a staple almost every year. So you got like a chip, some of the cheese with the corned beef on it. That's solid favorite right there. That is always it's always so good.
It's like the 3rd year it's been here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the 3rd year. So it tells you it's doing something right. Very good. The chips are very crispy and they're not like mushy. So it doesn't become like mushy and like almost like falls apart on you. I also got from the fry basket the fry flight. So it's got a garlic parmesan. It's got like bacon and cheese seasoning, and then a sweet potato casserole fries. So I'm really excited to try each one of these. I think I'm gonna like this a lot, but this looks really good actually. Okay, got the garlic
Like
parmesan one. Gonna get that.
The bacon, whatever. It's good.
Ooh, target it hot. Ooh, fresh. Okay, like it. Had a very good, like, just subtle hint, but then by the time you got through most of it, most of the fry, it just became just a regular fry. So this is the barbecue bacon fries with smoked aioli. Oh. Okay, I really like the aioli. Can't really taste much of anything else, but that aioli, that might be that's very good. So it's a sweet potato casserole fry. A little bit over there on that. Oh yeah.
Dessert, right?
Oh yeah, that's very dessert heavy. That's
Very sugary.
Oh yeah. It's really good though.
Really good.
So now we're going to head into the Brewing Lab at the Odyssey. So featured experiments are the Impossible Buffalo Chicken Tenders. And then they have a frozen pomegranate and raspberry tea. And it is non-alcoholic. So, going to head right on in. And then there's food-based experiments. I love that they named it. But you got traditional buffalo wings, peanut butter, jelly, sticky wings, garlic parmesan wings, the Impossible one, Carolina Reaper, pepper curry wings, fried pickle spears. Lots of good things here. And then walking in, you do have, oh yeah, they do have little setup everything for them when, like, it's nice and colorful in here. I do know that some of the Muppets do tend to show up randomly on the thing, but you can see right over there, that's where they had the photo op for the Muppets before it got destroyed by other people, literally on the first day. Alright, time to get into the main part of Food and Wine, and that's the name of the World Showcase. So the Mexico booth is a normal booth, but then you have the Noodle Exchange, which is right over there, so there's some pretty good stuff there as well. And then you got the random, I think there's 28 booths this year for Food and Wine Festival. Let's take a look at what Mexico's got. So Mexico's got the tostada, flauta, and penda elote. But the only thing is, one of these has cilantro on one of them, I thought.
This one has
Oh, chipotle aioli. Must have I read it wrong in the book. And here at the China booth, they do have the pan-fried chicken dumplings, crispy duck bio bowl, and Shanghai scallion noodles. What's pretty cool is also they have a local beer on the list, and it's the Brew Hub Leach Food Draft Beer from Lakeland, Florida. So it'll be right here as soon as you enter into China, right across from where the little archway is. So then right between the China pavilion and to the outpost, you have the India, which is introduced in 2017. They have a potato sea samosa and a chicken tikka masala. And then all your different drinks and everything. I mostly focus on food. I'm not a big drinker. So it's going to be right here, right next to the drawbridge. And at the refreshment outpost, they do have a specialty stuff. They have the Impossible Spicy Sausage. They got a curry chicken and South African boerewors sausage stew. And then a chocolate amarola mousse with white chocolate, which is being classified as a giant zebra dome. Just none of the alcohol flavor like the regular zebra domes have. And then right outside of the Germany pavilion, they do have a small merchandise booth that has some of the more popular options they've got, like the ears, a couple of the shirts, the button down, the corksicle, the spirit jersey, just some little things. Oh, and one of the pins is out. It's a Figment pin. And then over here, right before you get into the Germany pavilion, they do have a Germany booth, which we'll look at that in a second. And they have the Alps, which was introduced in 2019. So here they have the warm raclette Swiss cheese. This has an Alpine ham baby potatoes. Then they got a regular one with baby potatoes, cornichons, and baguette. And then a dark chocolate fondue. So all I can tell you is when you stand right here, all you smell is cheese. And then the Germany booth, which was introduced with the Food and Wine Festival. You have the chicken noodle with pasta gratin with ham, onions, and cheese. You got a bratwurst on a pretzel roll with mustard and apple strudel with vanilla sauce. The thing they ever done was the caramel kitchen or the caramel Kuchen they started putting it onto a mobile order. So this is a caramel shop that is sponsored by Werther's Original. So and they put it on a mobile order. So now I'm gonna run in there, go get my mobile order really quick. And when you walk right by it, it smells just like nothing but caramel, and it could be a lot worse. Right once you get past the Germany pavilion, there is the Spain, which was also introduced in 2017. A lot of good ones that are being used again. They have a Spanish charcuterie, and then a pale negra. And since we have passed Germany, it is time to come over here and look for my favorite thing every single holiday. Let's come over here to a little mini town, and look, they got their food and wine banners up for this year. So I was told that they do take the big banners and then they make them miniaturized for the miniature village here in the train model small village here for outside the Germany pavilion. Then you have the Eat to the Beat concert series, and the reason that they put the QR code in there for who is performing and stuff is because a lot of times it can change throughout the season. So like right now you have the Finesse Party Band, and then coming soon you have Hubastonk, and you can keep checking online and it'll tell you who's coming throughout the rest of Eat to the Beat, and if there's any changes they can make that change without having a whole board full of all of them. Funny is that this is called the Flavors of America, and I think these are hot dogs. So let's see if we can find the pictures of all of them, because that might be easier to see what they look like. Oh yes, so you got all beef hot dogs, New York style, your Chicago style, Carolina style, Southwest style, and then a freshly baked chocolate pudding cake. Nothing really sounds that appetizing, honestly. I don't know why, it just seems meh. The freshly baked chocolate pudding cake sounds delicious. I think another issue is the fact that we ended up like kind of hitting the first 3 or 4 booths that we found. Got a lot of food there, and now it's starting to get humid, starting to get very warm. So now we're not as hungry as we were like when we first started. So coming back here, you kind of see that stuff, and you're kind of like, I don't really want any of that. So that may be our downside right now. The Greece booth, and this is the one that's got the weird grilled cheese with pistachios. And I got some other things as well. I'm not even gonna try to make that. Try to say what those are. Lamb gyro. But that, when they had it last year, was weirdly delicious and made no sense outside the fact that it's, just grilled cheese. Well, it's apparently a popular booth. They've got the line stretched all the way out to here. That's pretty impressive. It's that grilled cheese, I swear. And here they got a beer braised beef with smoked Gouda mashed potatoes, so that sounds good. Belgian waffles with warm chocolate ganache, or Belgian waffles with berry compote and whipped cream. A Belgian chilled coffee, and then you can get it with a caramel chocolate liqueur, or there are other options, but they do have 6 or 12 ounce options. And then right next to it is one of the more popular ones that got introduced in 1996 that actually has been rumored as becoming a country here at the World Showcase, Brazil. I'm not even going to try to say what those are because I don't want to mess it up. And of course within the France pavilion they do have the France booth, which was introduced the first year of the Food and Wine Festival, and some of their menu items they've got. Now you can try to say what any of these are so you can kind of see what they've got. Nothing here looks that good whatsoever, unfortunately. I'm not a fan of food from France, so I'm gonna keep on rolling. I'm in that weird state where I am hitting the wall of being very tired. One, the heat, we kind of came at the high point of the heat. It's getting a lot more humid, and we're just not really eating as much. That's why we had to come back at least a couple more times to the Food and Wine Festival to try a few more things. And luckily it does go on and through till November, so we do have that benefit going for us. So, but I'll try to show you guys many more of the menus as I can see, and maybe we'll get one more thing before we head out, because I know there's a mac and cheese booth, so kind of find where that's at. And then the last booth in the World Showcase is the Canada one, and this one has been a tried and true favorite for so many years. One of the big things is the cheddar, cheese, and bacon soup with a pretzel roll, and then the filet mignon. This is, from what I've always heard, is that this one, as long as you get a good piece, it makes the time here every time. So let's come back for that. That will definitely come back when it's cooler because it's too hot for soup. The Forest and Field, and here they've got an autumn chili with bison lamb and pork belly root vegetables, jalapeno cornbread, smoked cheddar, and creme fraiche. Interesting. Pumpkin mascarpone ravioli and burrata. Oh wow, so this is the area called the Harvest Hollow, and it's like a little seating area. They got a couple more booths, including the milled and muled, but lots of places to sit with fans, a little bit of cover, and some pretty lights. So let's see, what do they got for the menu? They got freshly baked carrot cake, boursin and fig balsamic cheesecake, and a pear and almond frangipane pâte brisée. Interesting. But this is a really cute little area they've got. This usually is a usually a play area for the kids, but they did reopen the playground over by Connections and where the Flavors of Fire are. Now I am going to miss out seeing the Hawaii booth, which is right over there in the corner. So I will put the menu up on the side right there, but it is consistently the same menu that they've had for quite a long time. I think this was also introduced in 1996 as well, and it's a fan favorite and classic of Food and Wine. And over here they've got Bramblewood Bites. Interesting, this one is introduced this year, first year for this booth. So I got a grilled cider brined pork tenderloin. They got a grilled bison and a cast iron roasted Brussels sprouts with root vegetables. Interesting choice. But again, new this year, so I wonder how it's getting, what kind of feedback it's getting. I also completely forgot about the quote-unquote festival center that they now have got set up over here. What I've heard, Communicore Hall still looks like just a giant college lunch space or seating space. So, like the outside area right here, this is actually really cool. Apparently the actual Communicore Hall space is not that nice. So I think we're going to take a quick look in there and see what it looks like. Get an idea of how underwhelming it is. Alright, if this is used as a festival center, let's see, does it actually stand up to the disappointment that it ended up being? Because this is kind of lackluster, to say the least. Okay, so they put merchandise in here, but that's about it. It's kind of like what they do with the Odyssey building. Kind of wanted more out of it. I mean, they do have another food booth in the corner over there. But it's all the same stuff we found in Connections or Walk Around the World Showcase, because this is all the same merch we already saw. Okay, so this is the mac and cheese booth that I think a lot of people are really excited about. So the fact that there is a kind of a small kitchen here kind of was something that wasn't shown when we were here. So let's look and see what kind of mac and cheese they've got. Alright, so they got the traditional macaroni and cheese. They got a cheesesteak mac and cheese, shaved beef, peppers, onions, breadcrumbs, and a truffle mac and cheese. And then they do have an impossible chili cheese macaroni and cheese as well. And some of your alcohol options as well. So that is going to be all over here. So it's actually not a bad place. I kind of wish they had maybe some better options with mac and cheese, but honestly, kind of surprised. I didn't realize this was a small kitchen. Okay, so this is just the pure definition of Florida. We literally walked in to Communicore Hall, and the skies have now officially opened up, and it is now absolutely pouring out here. It's such a Florida thing to happen, so by the give about 5 minutes, it's gotta be cleared up. Now we need to make our way back to the car, and luckily the rain finally has slowed down quite a bit actually, but man, the timing we had walking into the Communicore Hall space to when it started pouring was perfect. I know a lot of people won't agree with this, but the rain at Disney makes the parks just have like a different feel to it. Like you have World of Discovery, and the rain just really kind of brightens up the area a lot. I mean, granted, then you get soaked and then you're wet for the rest of the day, but when it's like the end of the day like this, it's not horrible actually. For our first taste out here to EPCOT's Food and Wine Festival, we had a great time. Kind of overdid it on the food at the very first couple of booths we were in, but unfortunately that's how it is. But there are quite a lot of good things, so we will be out hopefully again, many more times hopefully with the coming months, especially since this run does run till November. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our first taste out to the EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival. If there's things you guys saw that you guys want to try, let me know in the comments what you want to try. But with all that being said, as we do head on out, brave through the rain, we will see y'all next time.